Okay, our next speech is by Bruce Chenoweth. Bruce has been with the Toastmasters for 33 years. The name of the speech is My Bad, and it's out of the Interpersonal Communication Manual. And what speech number is this? Do you know?
I think it's the third one.
The third one? And it's Diffusing Verbal Criticism. Bruce is the founding sponsor and mentor for this club. For a couple of years, he had to deal with some business and personal issues and was unable to attend meetings, but he's been attending regularly now. We appreciate that. Help me to welcome Bruce.
Thank you. Would you also help me rearrange the room?
Sure.
This particular project requires that I have somebody to help. It's set up to be a role play, and I am fortunate in that, and inappropriate in one way, that I have managed to come into this club again after a long absence and create some disharmony. So I've asked the president of the club to come up and do some role playing with me, and she's of course the one that would be impacted by this. Now, I need to let you know that Jody is normally a total sweetheart and would never ever consider openly criticizing anybody.
You don't live with them.
Except for her daughter. So I've asked her to be brutal and to role play if she needed to in order to be critical of me. So, Jody, let's sit. Hi, Jody. I understand you have something to say to me.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Well, I had a problem during one of the meetings that there was some interruptions when I didn't think they should be there. Maybe that's what it was.
Would you be a little bit more elaborate as to what the interruption was?
Just trying to tell other people to do their job when they were already doing them.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So, I'm glad you brought this up because I have three things that I need to apologize to you and the rest of the club members about. And this is serious and legitimate. And I'll explain a little bit and then I'll do the apologizing. When I set this club up, I accepted the job of club mentor. Now, having been around Toastmasters for a long time, I knew what that was. It's quite a serious commitment. And the rules say at least 6 months to a year and a half, or until the club is stable, has 20 members, and is capable of complete self-support. My first level of apology is that I bailed on that because my business was having some problems, followed by my wife having a physical disability. I was gone for a long time. When I first began the club, all of the members knew that I was the mentor. Janine and I, Janine was the person who presented the club with this, who asked about this. So we took the role pretty seriously, and both of us ended up bailing on the club. So, my apologies for that. The people that were here originally knew when we did that kind of interruption what it was about, because a mentor is kind of a permanent evaluator, and in the very beginning particularly it is expected to do that sort of thing. Well, I'm off, I'm gone. I come marching back in here after all this time. Nobody has a clue that Bruce Chenoweth is the club mentor, and I just started club mentoring. Well, that had to be disruptive and disconcerting to each of you. Nancy probably understood what was going on, but she's the only one that was here in the beginning, and the only one who was even slightly aware of it. So here I come in. Who the hell is this new guy? To some of you who've never even met me before, who the hell is this new guy who's just starting to push his weight around in this club? And that was insensitive of me and inappropriate, and I would like you to accept my apology. I will probably have a tendency to do that in the future, and when it gets overbearing, just throw the gavel at me, or or let me know when to throw it back, because you are the club president, and It is your responsibility to see that the club is managed and running the way you feel it should be. And if I'm out of line, by all means, please let me know. So, will you accept my apology?
No problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. Your
Okay.
part of this is done.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, part two, the quick summary. This was easy because it was real. There are a lot of ways to respond to criticism. You can, well, who are you? Or you can go into justification. Well, the reason that I did some of that here. But if you go into justification and you don't own, you don't hear what the other person is saying, then that's not a workable way to be in a personal relationship with other people. What I wanted to do is I wanted to hear what Jody's issue was. I wanted to know how we could work together to make this thing be as excellent as possible. And hopefully I did that. One of the things that's really important is, hey, if you're bad, own that you're bad. And that was my bad. That was me coming in here without properly thinking it out, still thinking that I owned this club because I built it. And it's not true. I left it, I abandoned it, and now I'm back, and I need to fit back in as any member. Hopefully the experience that I have over the past 33 years in Toastmasters will be appreciated here if I can tone it properly and present it properly. So, what I did here is I owned the responsibility for the adverse situation and asked if we could stop and go forward. A lesson for me in